Welcome back. March is National Caffeine Awareness Month, and to celebrate, I thought I'd consume ridiculous amounts of caffeine and just be aware. Or be responsible and show why it is important to your health to monitor your overall caffeine consumption. So David Modderman, certified fitness and nutrition coach plus personal trainer, is here now with the responsible part. Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me again.
This is about my normal consumption in like a day. You know, it's not too much, is it? This is fine, right?
All this at once can be a little bit much.
You're gonna be angry and shaky. So, what are the side effects of drinking too much caffeine? How do you know if you're drinking too much?
Some people build up a tolerance to it, but usually like headaches, sleeplessness.
Okay.
Irritability, a little bit moody.
My husband would say that one and that one. Okay.
Some people have that in general, but some people actually get it from the caffeine, right? So.
Okay, so those are all things, and like it can affect your heart a little bit too, I'm guessing.
Racing heartbeats, yep, irregular heartbeats. There's so many different things. I mean. Yeah. That it can actually affect you, but...
Now, a lot of people don't believe either, because I know that when I got pregnant with my first daughter, one of the first things that my doctor asked was, okay, how much caffeine do you drink? And it was kind of a lot. So he had to have me go off it a little bit. And I know it was really hard. Like, I think that I had withdrawal symptoms, and people are thinking, that's weird, you can't possibly have withdrawal. But you can, can't you?
Yeah.
Like, your body can...
Some people try to go cold turkey. I would probably sort of wean off it a little bit. Maybe if you're getting like 500 a day milligrams, you're going to like 200, and then 100, and then eventually 50, and then maybe weed it out completely. But if you just drop it, I've heard people where their ears actually plug up because their body's so used to the caffeine. So
your body can get messed up from this stuff. Well, I appreciate it because you kind of brought a bunch of different things, a bunch of the normal sources of caffeine that people might drink throughout the day to kind of show us some different amounts. So let's start with the secret to my 4 years in morning radio right here, Red Bull. This was my friend at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, Red Bull, very high in caffeine. Just about 8-ounce serving is going to be about 80 milligrams of caffeine.
And okay, that would be a lot. And then it also had, like, the regular one also has sugar in it, so then you're kind of...
Right, sugar and caffeine together gives you that extra little bit of...
Happy place,
high rush, right?
Yes, wakes you up mentally. Now, what's the Mountain Dew? Because I've always heard a lot about this one, too. I remember all the boys in high school used to drink a lot of that.
Mountain Dew is probably one of the highest caffeinated pops out there, other than maybe like Jolt.
Yeah, Jolt, I remember that.
12-ounce can is about 55 milligrams of caffeine.
Okay.
Which is quite high, for a soda.
If you were to do, like this one's got, you said about 80, this one's got about 55, what is overall, like throughout the day, what should you not have more than?
Personally, I recommend like 300 or less for the average person. But I mean, as far as having major effects from what we talked about, like the irritability, the high heart rate, things like that, we're looking at maybe like 500 to 600 is the absolute maximum.
Oh, gotcha. Well, we've got about a minute left, so let's run through these real quick, too, and just to make sure that we get all those in there as well.
The Diet Coke, actually very popular. That's going to actually be about 45 milligrams of caffeine. The Pepsi actually is about 35.
Okay.
And obviously we have caffeine pills here, which people take.
Yeah, there's no shortage of those in the store as well.
These can be like 200 milligrams per serving. The Hot Rocks actually is going to be close to 100 to 200 per serving as well, so you're getting a lot of caffeine.
Now you've got the green tea, and green tea, a lot of people will think too, it's a good supplement, it's got a lot of antioxidants in it, but do you have to watch what you take with the green tea as well? Right,
because you have to make sure you're taking certain medications you're taking.
Yeah.
It can affect that. Certain foods you eat have caffeine in it as well, so you have to be careful of that. So green tea is going to be a better source of caffeine because you're getting more health benefits from it as well.
A little more natural.
45 milligrams on the green tea.
What is just a good old-fashioned cup of WZZM13 coffee? From
WZZM13, right?
Yeah. Not only will it put hair on your chest, but what will it give you caffeine-wise?
Actually, per drip coffee or cup, it's going to be about 100 to 135 milligrams. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
that's going to depend on the person, right? How they brew it.
For this, how our station brews it. All right. So we've got a list of all these, plus the caffeine content, and some of the symptoms that can happen if you have a little bit too much caffeine. Thank you for being here and bringing the responsible part. We appreciated it. I'll take all this to go. We posted a great list of all these online under the Take 5 links with the caffeine content, as I mentioned, of all of these and a lot more. Plus info on how to get in touch with David for your physical training or your nutrition needs.